Information is everywhere. We live in the age of Google, YouTube, and endless online courses. But here's the harsh truth. General knowledge doesn't make you successful. If it did, librarians and trivia masters would all be billionaires. What separates those who just know things from those who achieve things is something Napoleon Hill calls specialized knowledge. And in Chapter 4 of Think and Grow Rich, he explains why focusing on a specific area of knowledge and applying it with purpose is one of the most powerful steps toward wealth and achievement. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by information but unsure how to turn it into results, this chapter is going to change the way you think. The role of specialized knowledge in turning desire into results. In the first 3 chapters, we learned that desire is the starting point, faith is the fuel, and autosuggestion is the bridge that programs your mind for success. But here's the reality. Desire alone isn't enough. You can dream, visualize, and affirm all day long, but without knowledge, the right kind of knowledge, your dream won't materialize. And not just any knowledge. Hill makes it clear, what you need is specialized knowledge. Knowledge that's focused, useful, and directed toward a definite purpose. Chapter 4, Key Lessons. Lesson 1. The difference between general and specialized knowledge. General knowledge is broad, scattered, and often useless without application. It's like a library full of books you never open. Specialized knowledge, on the other hand, is focused expertise applied to a definite plan of action. For example, a doctor doesn't study every subject in the world. They specialize in medicine. An engineer focuses on building. An entrepreneur focuses on solving a particular problem in the market. The lesson is simple. Wealth flows to those who master and apply specialized knowledge. Lesson 2. Knowledge alone isn't power. Here's one of Hill's most famous ideas. Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes actual power only when organized into plans and directed toward action. Think about it. How many people have degrees, certificates, or a head full of ideas but never take action? Success doesn't come from knowing a lot. It comes from using what you know in a specific, purposeful way. Lesson 3. You don't need to know everything. This part is huge. Hill says you don't personally need to acquire all the knowledge yourself. Instead, you can organize and direct the knowledge of others. That's the principle behind the Mastermind. Great leaders throughout history didn't know everything. They surrounded themselves with people who had the specialized knowledge they lacked. Henry Ford, for example, was often criticized for being uneducated. But when asked about it, he explained that he had a team of experts at his fingertips who could answer any technical question he needed. His job wasn't to know everything, but to direct knowledge into action. Lesson 4. Continuous learning is essential. Specialized knowledge isn't static. What makes you an expert today could be outdated tomorrow. That's why Hill emphasizes the importance of continuous learning. He even predicts the rise of lifelong education long before the internet made it mainstream. The people who succeed are those who never stop sharpening their skills, updating their knowledge, and adapting to change. Lesson 5. Combining knowledge and imagination for success. Knowledge by itself isn't enough, and imagination by itself isn't enough either. But when you combine specialized knowledge with imagination, you can create new ideas, businesses, and opportunities that didn't exist before. Think of Steve Jobs. He didn't invent computers, but he combined technical knowledge with imagination to create the iPhone, which changed the world. That's the power Hill is pointing to. Knowledge, when applied creatively, becomes innovation. Practical ways to gain and apply specialized knowledge. So how can you apply specialized knowledge in your own life? 1. Identify your goal. What do you really want to achieve? Your specialized knowledge should serve that purpose. 2. Find your niche. Instead of trying to know everything, pick one area to master. The narrower your focus, the greater your value. 3. Leverage others. Build your own mastermind group. If you lack knowledge in a certain area, find people who have it and collaborate. 4. Keep learning. Commit to lifelong growth. Read, take courses, find mentors, and stay up to date in your field. 5. Apply it. Don't just collect knowledge, use it. Create, test, and put your ideas into action. Here's a simple example. Let's say you want to start a fitness business. General knowledge is reading random health tips online. Specialized knowledge is learning how to create a weight loss program for busy professionals, then applying it by building an online coaching service. That focus turns knowledge into income. Specialized knowledge, the fuel that turns ideas into wealth. To wrap up, Chapter 4 reminds us that knowledge itself isn't power. Applied specialized knowledge is. Success comes not from knowing a little about everything, but from knowing a lot about one thing that matters and putting it to work toward your definite purpose. And remember, you don't have to do it all alone. You can borrow and organize the knowledge of others through collaboration and teamwork. So here's your challenge. Decide on the one area of knowledge that can move you closest to your goal, and commit to deepening that expertise over the next 30 days. In the next chapter, we'll explore the role of imagination, how to take specialized knowledge and turn it into new ideas that can build fortunes. If you're finding this series valuable, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell icon, and share your thoughts in the comments. What's one area of specialized knowledge you're working on right now?